Every industry needs compressed air, nitrogen, steam, and power generators. Is owning a device worth it? Acquiring equipment means CapEx involving significant resources from the supply chain area, constant maintenance expenses. Not to mention that machines depreciate over time, may lose energy efficiency over time, generate more environmental impact than they should, and new technologies always emerge, bringing the risk of obsolescence. Is it all worth it? Yes, if the return on investment is satisfactory. Let's do some calculations. Imagine a hypothetical industry. Let's consider how much it spends to produce. It has expenses with electricity and equipment maintenance. There is asset depreciation, and immobilized capital ceases to yield. In our example, let's consider 10% per year. Finally, to consider the cost of ownership in the first year of operation, the major component is the equipment acquisition cost itself. Adding everything up, in our hypothetical example, the cost will be 3 crore 62 lakhs. This industry managed to produce 100 crores in revenues in the first year. So what was the return on investment this year? Let's apply the formula, which is net return divided by cost of investment. So in the first year, this industry had a 27% return on investment. This is what should be considered in any investment, not what was saved, nor what was produced. What matters is the ROI, return on investment. Let's now see how the second year of activity of our hypothetical industry went. In the second year, equipment acquisition expenses do not count, so the total cost was much lower, 1 crore and 58 lakhs. This time the ROI improved a lot, 47%. But in the third year of operation, a problem occurs. Actually, two problems occur. A piece of equipment breaks and requires more maintenance expenses. Besides, in this third year of operation, the market is not as good as before and sales drop. Therefore, costs increased and revenues fell. In this third year, the return on investment was 31%. The conclusion of this brief story is that it is impossible to predict challenges like market crises or equipment breakdowns, and therefore the ROI can vary a lot. But there are smart ways to avoid these ups and downs. Instead of immobilizing capital, you can swap the entire cost of ownership for something called usage cost. And for that, you just need to subscribe. Atlas Copco Rental presents an innovative concept, Boom Services. What would happen to that same industry if, instead of having bought equipment, it had subscribed to Boom Services? Remember the costs it had during the first year? Well, it could have swapped the entire equipment acquisition cost, all maintenance expenses, and capital expenses for a monthly subscription. For a monthly subscription, the expenses in the first year would have been much lower and with everything included except energy consumption. In the second year of operation with Boom Services, if the production is the same, the ROI will also be the same. This is one of the great advantages of Boom Services. The subscription value is fixed, which will prevent our industry from being surprised by unexpected breakdowns. And even if market demand drops, if production has to decrease, the subscription value can also be adjusted downward. Boom Services is flexible and adjusts to demand fluctuations. This means that in the third year, even with a reduction in production, the ROI of our industry can remain the same, 51%. Comparing the same industry over 3 years, we can see that the ROI with Boom Services remains constant, while in the scenario where the industry owns the equipment, the ROI has ups and downs. In addition, Boom Services reduces costs so much that the ROI can be much higher. More than that, this innovation from Atlas Copco Rental also helps your industry to be more sustainable. Your equipment is always optimized and therefore with maximum energy efficiency. Our experts take care of that. Boom Services also brings tax benefits, as the subscription value can be deducted from OPEX. Instead of having management costs with equipment, insurance, logistics, installation, and maintenance, you have everything centralized in a single contract and point of contact with Boom Services. You are contracting a result which our experts will take care of delivering to you. Our subscription includes equipment replacement in case of breakdown, as well as constant renewal. Your industry eliminates the risk of suffering obsolescence of the park, and you have total control over the main KPIs of performance through our remote monitoring solution, which is also included in Boom Services. We have a wide global fleet of equipment and accessories, allowing infinite combinations of technologies in power generators, electric or diesel air compressors, on-site nitrogen generators, and steam boilers. And the whole process is as simple as renting a car, just a subscription to have a complete solution. As only Atlas Copco Rental can offer Boom Services.